Samuel Leeds is one of Britain's most successful property entrepreneurs. A high-flying investor, a best-selling author, and founder of a leading property education company, Samuel is recognised as one of the brightest young stars in British business. Following his meteoric rise to success, by becoming a multi-millionaire in his 20s, Samuel is in the elite echelons of UK property investors. Over the next 5 weeks, 13 budding property entrepreneurs will be battling it out to prove that they are the ultimate property investor. The prize? £20,000 of Samuel's cold, hard cash to kickstart one candidate's property journey. This is The Eviction. Previously on The Eviction.
Good morning and welcome to The Eviction.
I think it's going to be quite challenging for Ricky.
Just not realistic.
I used to be a professional dancer. Believe it or not.
I just feel ignored. I feel stupid here alone.
This is the fourth time I'm asking how much money is needed to go in.
The girls didn't close the deal.
I can't remember anything from Stevie.
You were cocky, Steve. With regret, you were evicted. You messed up, your numbers were all wrong. Elliot, I think you're going to do very, very well in business and in life, and it's with deep regret that you are evicted. So yesterday, you all made it through to the second round, so congratulations. And the challenge was to sell and package a property deal, which both teams achieved. The problem with a lot of deal packagers in today is that they overpromise in order to sell the property, which can result in down the line problems. Now, the boys sold their deal on the basis that the refurb cost could be just £2,000. And the girls, you sold your property and you said that for a refurb, it'll be $1,170. So your challenge is, NC, your team leader. Here is your $1,170 in cash. You have until Monday at 5 p.m. to refurb the property. It will then be inspected by the buyer, and the outcome has to be that they are happy with what you've promised. Understood? Boys, Ricky, you are our team leader. There's £2,000 cash. There are the keys. Monday, 5 p.m, the investor that bought your property will be inspecting it and expecting it to be at a good level as promised. Understood? Yeah. We're going to mix the teams slightly because, well, firstly, James, it was said that James was quite hard-nosed, arrogant and cocky. So James, to humble you and soften you a little bit, we're going to move you to the girls' team. Now, there's a little bit of an imbalance in the teams, in the numbers. So in order to even the numbers out a little bit, I'm going to ask Alicia and Hannah to move over to the boys' team, please. An important part of being a property entrepreneur is being able to sell, but is also being able to deliver. And overseeing a refurb like this and getting your hands dirty is going to be a valuable skill that you need as a property entrepreneur. So 5 p.m, is when your properties will be inspected, and we expect them to be done to a high standard because you named the budgets. So you have the cash, you have the keys. We'll be having a boardroom meeting on Monday evening where at least 3 people from the losing team will be evicted. Off you go.
What's your thoughts on this?
Mate, Ricky, what's he done? We need to sit down with Ricky, talk to Ricky about what the plan is. We can do it. Yeah. It's fine. We can do it. Can we spend the money in Mackey's?
So you're not actually joking, are you there, John? Because if Anthony wasn't with you, you probably would spend £2,000 at McDonald's. So all of the candidates have to take all of their business gear off and slip into something slightly more council estate. Courtney frantically rummaging, Alicia perplexed by her own reflection, and here's one for the ladies. Anthony sensually removing his shirt, nice patch of back hair there, little something to grab onto, baby, and now revealing his middle-aged dad bod in all of its glory. Apparently Pot Belly's very much in this season, and him modelling a 1990s Lego Spaceman t-shirt, which if you're under the age of 30, you'll have absolutely no idea what I'm on about.
I'm loving the shirt.
Mate, if you get that done
my
for
fault.
£2,000, I'll kiss your feet.
He's celebrating that he's not on his team.
You can literally see the cogs in Anthony's brain grinding and crunching.
Trevor knows refurbs. He knows property inside and out.
Yeah.
I don't have any idea what Madrika's like, but I know that Trevor will pick up on everything.
Do you think Trevor's thought it could be done for 2,000?
No. But he knows he's getting a stunning deal.
Ricky.
And he's a businessman and he knows how to negotiate. And that's why it is what it is.
It is what it is. We just see what we can do. Try his best. Go for it.
Good luck, man. Hope you get it done.
Over at the boys' property, the massively undervalued £2,000 refurb is underway.
The bedroom upstairs.
This challenge is great, I think.
So currently at the project that we sold to an investor yesterday, I was the person that made the deal and made a decision that the refurb could have been done around £2,000. It was a mistake. Hold up my hands. It's not a £2,000 refurb.
You lot are screwed.
That's always what you want to hear from your business mentor.
Now there's hope, mate. There's hope.
Sorry? So, 5 of them in this house. They are running around like headless chickens. They do not have a clue what they are doing. You got Ricky out there who's just wandering around like he's a lost. You got John who's faffing about with door handles, like he has no idea what he's doing. You got Anthony who's like panicking. Hannah and Alicia are the only ones that are doing anything. They're cleaning the house at the minute. The boys, frankly, are letting the girls down.
Absolutely savage. Anthony calls his mum to see if she can lend him a helping hand.
Took on this huge refurb project, and we've got like 48 hours to get it completed. So I kind of need my tools bringing to Newcastle. Is there any chance you can bring them down to me?
What tools? I'm a designated cleaner at the moment. And then I'm going to help with filling cracks in the wall and stuff, and then we're going to paint as much as possible.
While the boys get busy with the deep clean, let's pop over and pay a visit to the girls. Team leader NC is busy making sure that the budget is in place before she goes and splashes it all at one of her favourite hardware stores, which we can't name for copyright reasons.
1, 2, 3. Correct. 1,170, guys, is correct. So, Kirsty, yeah. We out. Oh, not you. Sorry, I beg your pardon. Danny, we need to go. Okay. We need to go shopping.
Meanwhile, James shows around the lesser-known 4th member of the Bee Gees about getting some new carpets. And of course, what would a property show be without a nice little bit of builder's bum? A decorator is then shown around to give the girls an idea of what the painting is going to cost.
Is that being touched? Or are you just doing below the frieze?
Well, we want it all white, so if it's the same white, we don't need to do the top bit.
No, so you're just going to paint the cream white? White. It's like off-white.
NC and Danny do a supermarket sweep looking for furnishings for their property. Meanwhile, back at the house, while the cat is away, the mice will rip the absolute piss out of their team leader.
Strong view of how she wants this house to look.
Does she?
Yeah. Doesn't seem to want to share it, but...
The thing is with Ense, like, she hasn't been, like...
She hasn't what?
Like, leader. Her role as a leader is kind of insignificant. Like, it's not really there. I think. It's not like she's...
In what way?
You've been a better leader than what she has.
NC returns back to the property after it's been cleaned up a little bit.
No way! Oh my goodness me! Are you kidding me? High five, girl! You go, girl!
I know, it's so much better when it's as well.
That's what I'm talking about. Wow, where are my other family. Where am I? Baby girl, what's going on?
I know, it's so different.
Yeah. High five, guys. High five. She said I shouldn't just pick the colors or whatever, and by the time I turned around to tell her why, she just got the hump and walked away. And for me, when somebody act like that, so I let sleeping dogs lie.
Just to clarify, the sleeping dog that she's referring to is stood right next to her.
So I just leave her to cool down, and then we carry on. Can I just say, please, guys, while we are here, we need to work respectfully with each other. If there's anything anybody does you guys don't like, please don't go to Courtney and bitch behind that person. I don't like that. I will flip. So if there is anything called Courtney does, I'm not picking on you, please, and you don't like it, just say it lightly to everybody. Say it to her. Don't go to James. Don't even come to me. Let's address it. We are one family.
Yeah, I agree. I don't like that colour.
Yeah, that's fine. That's okay. That is the whole purpose of teamwork. Yes. So that's okay. We change it.
After a decent night's sleep, we're back at the boys' house to see how they're getting on.
Yeah, we're on the landing. We've painted the whole house ourselves. We've been in here working day and night, getting all the painting done. We've had to put two layers of coats on here. Obviously from the noise you can hear now, we've got the painting done. There's lots of work going on. We've got the carpets going in this room here. So they're just laying that down there. They're doing a great job of that. And it's going to look so fresh in there after. I'll be honest with you. I'll punch something if we don't win this challenge because of all the work we put in. It's going to look good, man. And before it was an overwhelming task for us. Yeah. But once we clubbed together as a team and we started to see like results, it spurred us on knowing that we could do it.
We've been ready to kill each other. But the thing is, like, Ricky's done a great job of keeping the team together. Everybody's worked really hard and it looks absolutely fantastic. So I'm so happy with it.
The door's locked. Have you got the keys?
I've got the keys. Let me see if I can get into it.
Because it's got a Yale lock. All joking apart, it actually has got a Yale lock. And I think it's...
What room number was it?
That would be 3. It would be 3.
Oh, yeah. You don't need problems now, do you?
Yeah.
Sorted.
I'll give you a little debrief from B&Q. I spent 136 quid there, so that means we've still got the 300 quid we kept spare, plus 160 something pound. I didn't get door handles, they are so expensive there. So when we go out to try and get some furnishings for the place, I think we go somewhere like the Range or B&M or something like that, because I think we just need to save a bit of money. Didn't get you 2 brushes, because again, they were dead expensive, and I just think the money's probably better spent somewhere else at the minute. Yeah.
Right, put that in that bedroom, and then all the light stuff can go over there, because it's just more of a distance to carry and push around, you know what I mean? And the wardrobe, they can literally fit, and then we can move chest drawers in the wardrobe. But
this is bedroom, yeah.
Bedroom, huh? Can you bring the room upstairs?
With the boys absolutely flying with their refurb task, there's a storm brewing over with the girls.
Literally all day yesterday, it's just me, Courtney and Danny that have done most of the work.
Enzo's actually gone home today.
Yeah, our project manager / team leader has actually gone home for the day or gone to do something with her business. She was very vague about it. Like, we tried to give her options as to try to encourage her to stay and like leaders, but she didn't. She just didn't really want weird to. What she said. And then James went home yesterday. He arrived yesterday morning with us, hungover, stayed for an hour and did nothing, and then left.
There's so much to do.
We've been so busy.
At least you got the shower sorted, girls.
Everything was like this horrible colour, so we're painting everything white. All the woodwork's being painted white at the moment.
Yeah.
So we've also ripped up the carpet from in here as well.
Yeah.
And again, woodwork's being painted.
Look at the wall.
I love it.
Again, Enzy didn't want to do an orange wall. She wanted.
She picked out this dark yellow.
Mustard yellow.
But it was like dark.
It was disgusting.
It was horrible. Kitchen has been
massively like clean. Like the floor's been washed out 5 times and it still needs another wash.
I can't believe Enzo sent us a text telling us we're not even allowed to spend money while she's gone. She's not here. She obviously don't care what we do, and she's telling us that we still can't do anything when things need to be done.
Yeah.
After having a nice relaxing day off, James arrives back at the property with his bushy little tail between his legs.
Thank you.
Hi!
I bought you some magical cushions.
Then I. Far in here.
I believe they're for in here. I don't know.
Yeah.
NC needs to go whether we win or lose because she was rubbish in the last task when I was project manager. She didn't do anything, and the things that she did wrong, and she was too quiet, didn't stand up for herself at all. And then this time she's been put on the spot as a project manager, which makes her look rubbish even more because you can tell that it's rubbish because nobody's project managing us. So she needs to leave because I don't understand how she is a successful businesswoman when she can't manage a project at all. What did you do when you went away?
I went and had a meeting with a guy who's just joined the academy.
The thing is with Kirsty, I know that she don't realistically need the money. She's already told me she's got 2 businesses and she does fairly well. She's got a Range Rover and her husband's got loads of money, so it's not even like she needs to be here.
If red is the colour of love, orange is the colour of absolute war and untold chaos as NC returns back to the property.
How are you guys?
Hi, yeah, good, thanks. Are you?
Oh my word. It's gone very far. Hello,
Hello, Nancy, how are you?
Paul, James.
Paul,
how are you?
What whatever name you fancy today.
Okay.
What do you think of the wall?
Okay. When we match it up, dress the bed all up, everything in place, I think the beauty will come out.
Do you like the colour then?
I think I like it more when the bed is all.
So you don't like.
But do you think students will like it?
Do
you think students would like it?
You guys would know. You guys said students like things like this.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's lovely.
So, all right, let's wait till tomorrow when everything is here.
What are we waiting for tomorrow for? There's something.
No, I'm saying when everything is here, like the carpet here, and the blind goes up, and how we're going to do the dining, and everything is set.
NC, you know, if we don't win.
Excuse me?
If we don't win, do you worry that you're going to get evicted?
I'm not discussing that right now, about if I win or not. I'm going to focus on getting this ready.
Well, yeah, you could have focused on that more if you'd been here all day, though, couldn't you?
I'm not going to discuss eviction while we're doing here.
That's fine. I'm just thinking if you wanted to get on with stuff, then you should have been here all day.
It doesn't matter. It does not matter. Russell knew, everybody knew. When you asked me, Danny, when we did not even know what we were going to do today, what did I say? I said, I'll be here Friday, Saturday, but Sunday I'm going there.
You're a project manager.
When we did not even know that we were going to be working weekend.
I don't want to be two-faced, so I'm telling you how we think about this situation.
All along, so I wouldn't be surprised.
But you've been telling us, you told us to tell stuff to your face, so I'm just telling you how we're feeling about the situation, and we do feel like you've abandoned us.
That's exactly, you are quite right to feel however you want to feel. That's within your right. Right now, it doesn't actually add no value to me right now.
Well, what I've said about Jay, will you let me finish? Will you let me finish, please?
Shout at me. Do not shout at me. Don't you dare shout at me.
Why are you? Sorry.
Don't shout.
Why are you shouting at me?
Because you're shouting at me. Don't you dare shout at me. Talk to me. Don't shout.
Talking to you.
Well, talk to me. Do not shout. Don't raise your voice.
Don't point at me.
Do not act. Look, do not raise your voice at me.
Don't do this in my face.
You don't do that in my face.
You're being...
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Right, listen. You've had your say. Wait, listen. I want to speak to you. No. I've said things about James.
You've already said...
You're not letting me finish.
You have said enough.
Let me finish.
Excuse me.
Let me finish.
Down. You can finish. You've already finished.
Right, well, I was trying to be honest with you. If I've said things... You're not letting me finish.
Don't you shout. Don't shout.
Finish!
You dare shout at me!
You're not letting me finish! Oh, you're such a bitch! You are such a bitch. Literally, get out of my face, you're doing my head in. I'm trying to be honest with you, but you won't even let me speak.
You are swearing at me.
You're just the worst project manager we've ever could have had.
Nurse.
ever could have had.
A qualified nurse.
Me too.
No, exactly. You are a qualified nurse.
Yeah, what's your point?
And
I called you a bitch, because you're being a bitch. You're not letting me finish. You're not letting me talk.
You're not talking, you're shouting. You can only shout.
Shouted at me and pointed in your finger in my face and shouted at me and told me not to shout. First.
Ladies.
I'm very, very unhappy. I've been very respectful towards my colleagues. If anybody has something to say to one another, please say it to that person's face. I don't want this one in a little corner talking about this one in a little corner. Let's respect each other and deal with each other respectfully. I felt bullied. I felt ganged up without a doubt. And I felt so intimidated. But I'm a strong woman. So I stayed till I had to do what I had to do. Nobody knows and say. So they pushed me, but I maintained my cool.
After letting everyone cool off for a few minutes, we arranged peace talks within the group. Didn't really work out that well, to be honest.
But what happened yesterday, it was the 4 of us, and you 3 literally ganged up on me, which was intimidation, which was bullying. But I am a very strong woman. No one can use whatever tactics they want to use to push me aside. It doesn't work with me. So your attitude, Courtney, yesterday, you were extremely rude.
When?
Throughout.
For you to turn around to me and tell me that I was disrespectful to you yesterday and I had an attitude, that's actually really horrible because I did not. I have the utmost respect for you because you're the same age. You're the same age as my mum. I've helped. I'm talking. You're the same age as my mum. I've helped you with everything I could help you with. Every question, every time you've asked me to help you with your phone, your numbers, I've sent you pictures, I've spoke to you, I've sat with you, I've let you sit down. I came to your room the other night and we had a chat. And so for you to feel like I've been disrespectful to you, that's actually so wrong.
As if the drama couldn't get any worse, Danny drops a whole tin of paint at the top of the stairs.
Water, paper towels.
Oh my god. I've got some blue oil.
How much is there?
Like an entire tin.
The argument between the girls lasted a good hour and 45 minutes, which we don't have time to show. But if you do want to hear it all, you'll have to wait until the diss track album drops in summer next year. And relax. The boys have finished their refurb in time and on budget of under £2,000. This 4-bed HMO has been given a new lease of life by the lads team, which includes new carpets, painting throughout, and a blooming good scrub. It's been taken from a tired, old, run-down student house to a modern, funky set of digs for a relatively modest budget.
Well, every wall's been decorated, new carpets, kitchen, some light fittings, so I'm guessing 5,000 to 5,000 maybe.
Believe it or not, James, they only spent £2,000.
No way. There's no chance.
I promise you, mate.
There's no way they spent £2,000. That's really...
This is like a brand new kitchen, man. This is crazy. Guys have done a freaking awesome job. They spent all of the budget, £2,000, wow. This just shows you what you can do with a little bit of money. And hard work. That's what's important, hard work. Very good, very good. It even smells fresh, doesn't it?
YouTube hasn't introduced smell-o-vision yet, Alistair, so I wouldn't really know.
I'm speechless. Absolutely speechless. Look what they've even done to the windows. Now, they didn't have enough money in the budget to replace the windows, but they've repaired them, look. Solid. Solid stuff. Before, you would bang it and it would fall apart because it was just so rotten. I'm super impressed, guys.
On reflection, I cannot believe what they've done in the timescales and how much they spent. £2,000, incredible, really well done. I think the property will be worth an extra £170 per month in uplift and rent.
The boys' investor, Big Bad Trevor, turns up to the house to see if the deal is worth keeping. Because the refurbs by both teams have been done so quickly, the investors are still in their cooling off period, meaning they can still pull out of the deal if they're not happy with the properties.
Alistair, how you doing, man? Good, how are you? Is this the property? Yes, this is. Oh, it's fantastic. Not bad, not bad.
Wow. Lovely to see you again. And how are you? You all right?
That was the most awkward hug between two middle-aged men I've ever seen in my life.
So, as we come into the hallway, basically the refurbishment was carpets throughout, paint and decoration throughout, and a few odd repairs.
And this is for an HMO, isn't it?
Yep, it's for a 4-bed HMO. It's been previously tenanted.
Licensed required?
Doesn't require it.
So it doesn't need any...
So into the communal area,
okay.
The guys have gone for a bit of a sort of a non-standard sort of whitewash, so they've gone for the feature wall in every bedroom.
Yeah, okay.
They've actually put a lot of effort in with regards to that. They've bought cushions and just try and make it feel a bit more homely.
Okay, so let me ask a question if I can. So, Alistair, you know when, with the 5, have they had experience of painting and decorating before? Okay.
To be honest, when they got given the task of having to do the refurb, you should have seen their faces drop, because I don't think any of them have picked up a paintbrush in their life.
No, that's it. Because look, again, I can see what they're standing there doing. That's fine. But something like that, you can see there's a couple of rings on here, and you and I know with a bit of sandpaper, a little bit of filler, that it's not even a 10-minute job.
I know that. Yeah.
All right, and it would make a big difference.
100%, I completely agree with you.
Okay. Okay, so look, Alistair, this is the new kitchen as per the quotation.
Refurbished kitchen.
Well, that's an interesting point, okay? Now, I have to say, it's tidied up, you know, not bad, I can see. I'm not sure if it's Howden's or someone like that, I don't know. On the negotiation that I did, okay, and the quotation was £5,500, which I've had a look at that quotation, and that clearly says £2,500 to be spent in the kitchen for a new kitchen. So if I was going to buy this one, I would be majorly disappointed, and I would be pulling out and saying, look guys, I'm sorry, but the quotation, as we agreed, £2,000 to the standard of the £5,500 that we agreed.
So what's happened, I completely agree with you, what's happened is they realised they shot themselves in the foot, and they've done the best they can do with the money they've got.
Despite arguing like an old married couple who quite frankly despise the sight of one another, the girls have completed their refurb within their £1,170 budget. Madrika, the investor, is on her way down to check out the work and decide if she still wants to go ahead with the deal. Meanwhile, despite the 3 days of constant arguing with one another, the girls are still going at it to the point where NC won't even entertain a conversation.
But the thing is, you've said stuff about me, but everybody agrees with me, so you can say stuff about me and my personality and what kind of human being you think I am, but at the end of the day, everyone agrees with the opinions that I've had, so your opinion is solitary.
Just scouring away the final shreds of any dignity that remains.
Clearly, you're lacking the understanding here in this whole situation. Do you not think that's your issue, that's your problem, not ours?
We ask our mate James, who's a local letting agent specialising in HMOs, to have a look around and tell us what he thinks.
Yep, so I've come back and had a look around. I've worked out how much they've spent, and I can see some good wins in the property, some nice flooring in the hallway, which is nice and welcoming, and the bathrooms are, you know, good improvement, good floor, and they've done some repairs to the shower head. However, I'm a little bit disappointed overall. Not every room has been decorated. Some rooms definitely did need decorating. There's blue tack still visible on the wall, and in one of the bedrooms, the skirting board needed painting desperately. Other than that, it's an average job.
The girls' business mentor Russell and his brother Samuel come to have a look at the girls' finished property.
Yeah, well, they've painted the front door, but they've not done a great job, have they? I mean, they've got red, they've got paint on the numbers, and they haven't painted around here.
I'm not loving it.
I love the floor.
The floor's very average, but look at this. It's just bubbly, and the cracks are still there. I can't really see. This does not feel high-end. What have they actually done in here? This hasn't been painted, has it?
The problem is, when you've got like a door that's like
mucky.
You think you could paint it.
Oh man, well I'm hoping that the other rooms are better. What have they actually done?
I know what they've done. They've put this to the wall. Another way of dealing with that hole. Just put a vent on top.
I personally think that's genius.
What have they done? The curtains are the same. Everything about this room, apart from it looks a little bit tidier.
A picture and 4 cushions.
Right. Okay. Whoopie do.
It's still got the mould on the ceiling. This room hasn't been painted. It's the exact same.
Okay, I can see that the kitchen's a bit cleaner.
It's a lot cleaner.
But we could have paid someone £10 an hour for a few hours to clean. Well, they have changed the shower. But again, how long does that take?
They've changed the shower curtain. This room looks like the floor. This floor is quite nice.
Have they changed the floor?
Oh, the floor before, mate.
Have they changed it? Thank God.
Covered in mould and dirt. The floor's better.
All right,
They've painted it.
All right, but the bathroom before wasn't the worst room in the house. I mean, how much money and time does it cost to put some flooring in a bathroom and change a shower? Not that much. I can only imagine that after the whole house being a complete mess up until now, that this room better bloody impress me.
Well, from here, this room is looking pretty good.
Right, so they've got a new carpet, good.
Nice carpet. What is that?
What they've done is they've tried to go for a feature wall, but the thing is, if you're going to paint the wall bright orange, you need to at least have the cushions to match, not an off orange. That makes my balls itch. And...
Can I point something out?
Go on.
Can I point something out? In here, there was what looked like a built...
Yeah, I remember that. It was here and the bed was there.
Table. And I remember them having the discussion, should we get rid of it and replace it, or should we improve it? But they've done neither. They've just got rid of it.
So basically then all they've done with this room is they've unfurnished it and made the wall look like sick.
So where is the person going to put their clothes now?
And this is the room that was supposed to impress us, and it's average.
I tell you what, if I
combined with all the arguing.
If I was one of the 3 that had stayed, I would be so angry right now. So angry right now.
Well, I'm angry right now. I don't know what Madrika is going to think of this, but personally, if I was Madrika, I wouldn't be too happy.
Speak of the devil, she's at the front door.
Let me show you around then, come on in.
Thank you.
So they've made quite a lot of changes. First of all, this floor. Beforehand, this was a horrible sort of dirty, grubby, mouldy floor. They've completely replaced it. You'll also notice...
So what is this floor? What kind of floor? It's like vinyl. Looks it.
Vinyl?
Doesn't it?
Okay.
Okay.
They've also painted it completely, as you can see.
It's not a great finish, is it? Look at this. Look at that.
Yeah, so if you come through here...
It's like my grandma's.
This is a lot tidier and nicer than it was before, all cleaned and fresh.
I thought they was going to have new furniture. Wasn't that on the plan?
Yeah, not included in this quote, because this was the light refurb that they did.
None of it matches, look at that.
I'd have expected the boys to do this, not the girls.
Oh, it's awful. Isn't one of the girls known for doing interior design? That was one of her big things.
Yeah,
that's what hooked me in. Because she said that's what she specialises in. I actually thought that this would look amazing.
This is the living area. I mean, if you saw it before, the TV was on a cardboard box in the corner, so they've obviously attached that to the wall.
It's not much better, is it? I mean...
No, not really. There was that hole in the wall which they've covered with this vent.
Well, I mean, that's creative, but it's awful. I mean, that is really bad. Okay.
Well, it looks all right there. What is this?
What is this?
That's
I mean...
the wire for the TV. I mean, I suppose you would have thought...
You would box that in,
yeah,
no?
I think so.
Okay, that's really not good. I mean, it looks awful, but it also looks really dangerous. The carpet's not clean either.
It's just I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting, but seriously, this looks like the boys have done it.
It's not high end, is it, really?
No.
I mean, it was sold as high end. Look at this over here. It's awful. The whole thing is awful. Looks dirty.
It needs a
looks
bit of this as well.
Dangerous.
The high end.
Don't touch that. You might catch something.
Now this room, I think they've probably done the best job of. If you saw it before, so the floor is completely new. The shower was This is all new. It was gaffer taped on. Mouldy shower curtain. It was. They cleaned all the walls down. There was massive cracks all over there, which they filled in and painted over, and over here. Can't even see that one. We saved the best till
You've
last.
kept. Yeah, I see what you've done here. You've.
To lower your expectations right now, and then build them up at the end.
I think they're pretty low.
So this is the largest room. This will be the room that got you the most rent. This has had new carpet. It's been painted. New bed linen.
It's colour coordinated. Look, there's two. It's the first time, but look at that, colour coordinated, almost colour coordinated.
Oh,
Hold on, was that?
That was my expectation.
Was that orange there before?
No, they chose that themselves.
I don't know whether I would have chosen that.
No, I've got to be honest. I'm not a big fan of that wall, especially as they don't even match.
No, but also for me, I just see what's on the presentation because that's what I was sold.
Yeah.
Well, that's a very good point.
That is it. You know, like I don't have an expectation of what it was like or what it isn't.
Yeah.
I have the expectation of what I was sold, and I feel I've been missold. I think it's awful. The presentation did not show this at all, and personally, I think that I should be speaking to the people responsible.
I can go and get them if they're out. I can go and get them.
Yeah, I definitely have questions for them why I've been missold.
All right.
What do you mean, like, talk to the
like now?
Right now, yeah.
I'll go and get them.
They're not happy. She wants to speak to you.
All of
Okay.
us. Okay.
Come on.
It's like watching them all solemnly walk to the electric chair.
Hi. How are you doing? Hiya.
How are you doing?
Hiya. Are you alright?
So, what are you thinking?
So I'm really very disappointed in this property. It is not what was sold on the presentation that you guys did. I know the decoration was included, and I know that you particularly focused on how good you were at interior design and making everything look lovely. I've seen cracks, I've seen those doors are not fire doors, which was in the presentation you had said they were fire doors. There's no smoke alarm in this room. The room next door there has not been touched. It's not been painted. Nothing's been done to it. It's really old.
Do you know, we were driving up, we were really excited because you said that. You said, I'm
Yes.
interior design, and then we remember the pictures and everything.
Yeah.
That's what kind of sold it to us.
So we tried to do as much as we can in the property, and we did the flooring, which was not really included in the plan that they gave us just for now, because we were not given the full amount for the refurb. We were given just a part, which was for painting in the shower, but we wanted to do the flooring as well, only because it was really, really old.
If those rooms were this level, would then you be a lot happier?
No. Look at this. I mean, you tell me, you guys. You do property.
No, we agree
Look at these. What to this level? No, absolutely not.
Okay,
There's
I was
cracks
thinking more
here.
about the colour of that wall.
Well, that colour is awful.
When
It reminds me
somebody
of
comes in,
a
it's
very
not-
cheap airline.
Yes.
It's awful.
Paintbrushes dry, investors reviewed, but who'll get a dressing down in the boardroom?
Right, usually I'm in a pretty good mood this time of day. I can't say I'm in a particularly great mood tonight after seeing the state of what I saw this evening. NC's team, you had a very, very simple job. A very, very simple job, which was just to decorate a house. There's 6 of you, you had 4 days to do it, and you messed up. Completely messed up. Ricky's team, you put yourself in an impossible situation by massively underestimating the cost of a refurb of a house. You promised there'd be a new kitchen in there wasn't. Trevor's been around your house tonight. Madrika has been around your house tonight. And I can't say it was an easy job for me having to face them after the mess that we have experienced tonight. At least 3 of you will be evicted tonight. Madrika went around the house tonight. Did she seem happy?
No.
No. Do you think that was justified?
Yes.
Right. Trevor went round your house tonight and he was disappointed that there was no kitchen, new kitchen like was promised. However, when we asked Trevor if he wanted to go ahead with the deal based on what you told, he said yes. So overall he's happy. I went round the house tonight, and to be honest, with the budget that you were working with, I have to say I was very impressed. The property seemed a very high standard, and it looked to me like it was ready to let. I'm actually a little bit amazed with the standard, considering you massively underestimated the budget. £2,000, I thought it was going to be an absolute eyesore. I thought it was going to be a disgrace, but it was done up to a very, very high standard. Ricky, you were on very thin ice last challenge, and I almost evicted you, and I actually regretted not evicting you. However, as team leader of this task, I'm very impressed. So as a result of your 4 days, all of you stayed in the house for 4 days. You worked very, very long hours. It's paid off. Trevor's happy. The deal's going ahead. So as a treat, I think you deserve a spa night where you can have some massages, enjoy a spa. So off you go, you're safe, back to the house, and you can go and enjoy your spa. NC's team, you know you messed up. At least 3 of you will be evicted tonight. I want you to go and figure out and talk between yourselves and come back and tell me who's responsible. Off you go.
Everything that I was asked to do, I did.
If we had the full budget, we will deliver what we've said we will.
I think the project lacked a team leader, so I would say the person responsible is NC.
I don't even know where to start, if I'm honest. James, you left the property and left the girls working, got drunk. I don't even think you care if you get through this round or not. Kirsty, you also left. NC, Abby, were both shouting at each other, hot-headed. Danny, I don't know what you were thinking with that wall. Watching the footage and hearing what Alistair and the guys had to say, I was worried that there was going to be a physical fight. You had to paint a house, that was it. Paint a house. You had a budget that you set the budget to paint the house for. You messed around, you didn't paint the house, you argued.
Abby, you clearly don't think NC was a good. James, was NC a good team leader?
I would agree with what Abby said, no. At no point did I think that anybody knew what they were meant to be doing. What role was theirs?
On Friday, what shocks me about this is on Friday, you guys had by far the easier of the 2 properties to do, by a mile. James, who was on the other team, was like, I feel sorry for them, they're never going to be able to do it. You had the easiest task. I was with you on the Friday, and everything was going fine. All I had to do was paint and decorate the house. When I came back when I saw you today, I saw you shouting at each other in the footage, and I'm looking at what you guys have actually achieved. And I'm like, how have they screwed this up so much? I was showing Medica around. I was embarrassed of the house because she was saying this isn't what we. I didn't have anything to say. Yeah, you're right. It isn't. I'm just flabbergasted.
No one knew what to do. No one knew the budget. Why did none of you have a clue?
Again, it comes down to leadership.
NC, as team leader, do you take responsibility for this task being a miserable fail?
Well, I do, because to a certain
extent. Well, it was a miserable fail. You were team leader. You were shouting in people's faces. So NC, you're evicted. Please leave.
Thank you.
Who should be evicted, Kirsty? Who failed this task?
Okay, Kirsty, you're evicted. Please leave. At least one more person needs to go tonight. Who's it going to be?
So can we just have a name? Like you've got £20,000 in the line here. Can we just have a name?
Courtney, out of the 4 of you, I'm most confident about you this week. You're safe. Go back to the house. Danny, you've tried your best. Your best has not been good enough. You've not given me a good reason why you shouldn't be evicted. So, with regret, you're evicted. Please leave. James, I'm not happy. I'm not happy that you've abandoned the ladies. I'm not happy with your work ethic, but I have seen an improvement in your attitude. Abby, you did really good with the first challenge. I'm not happy with how you've been shouting in Ennis's face. I think it's ridiculous. I think you need to take your emotions out of it. You are both on thin ice. Get back to the castle.
We all agreed that we didn't really have good leadership in that task.
Unfortunately, this is how it panned out, but that doesn't reflect in my work ethic anyway whatsoever.
My voice needed to be heard. I needed to let them know that the bullying tactics, the ganged up, and the intimidation. This woman, nobody stops me. Nobody intimidates me. I do not stand for bully. So no regret.
Next time on The Eviction.
Do we think we can get that booked in viewing today? How much is your essays?
950 minus.
Add the number up. The earliest I can make this up, so would be the eviction.